Hey traders! Hello everybody! Okay, let's actually get ready for another amazing week in the good old markets itself. There is so much going on right now. There's oil that looks like that could be getting ready for another big drop in the markets when it comes to the oil market. We're going to be looking at all the indices right now. King Russell is still King Russell. Gold, the silver market. I also probably touch on some of the other markets as well too. So there's going to be a good sort of deep, short-term, possibly even long-term TA across all the markets to give you a good guide of some things to really keep an eye on this week. Let's go. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so traders, if you want to learn my actual trading system that I use, I'm giving away a free access to a training plus also a free trading course you probably saw a minute ago. If you need some help, so get access to that free training, guys. There should be a link in the description that you can get access to the free training. Or if you really do need if you want some more deep trainings and education, you can get access to the entire Master Trader Lab for 95% off. I think that runs out very, very soon. You'll be able to see all the details. Link in the description there, guys. Definitely check out the Master Trader Lab. You'll be able to see all the details there. I guarantee you're going to love it. So you also get a 30-day money back guarantee as well too. But let's actually start off with. I actually want to start off with this session here with oil because this is where I'm starting right now. Obviously, I'm looking at oil right now, and one of the really big, important key points we need to always understand here is this. I'm going to go to the markets. Okay, I'm going to go to the markets. Now, firstly, guys, a bit of a tip for you guys when trading the markets this week, okay? When you open up your charts, do you know in your brain the exact setup you're looking for? If you say yes, cool. Now be disciplined in waiting for that pattern to appear as the charts unfold and they make their patterns, their blah, 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 all that sort of stuff, okay? If you say, no, John, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for in a high quality, powerful setup, then you unfortunately are now part of what I call the 95%. The 95% of people who struggle with trading the markets is that one simple line I just said there. The differences between the people who do make it in trading and the 95% of you guys that are watching this video right now who are not doing well is that one simple concept. A successful trader like myself, guess what? I'm going to the markets and I'm scanning the markets looking for my trading setup because I know when my trading setup appears, that's when I have a good high probability of not only having a successful trade, but potentially having a big home run trade that might last a good few weeks to maybe a few months. Make sense? So with your personal trading this week, okay, with your personal trading this week is that if you are struggling with your trading, oh my goodness, John, I just can't seem to get ahead in the markets. Okay, cool. Let's bring it back to foundations. When you trade this week, do you know exactly the one pattern? Or do you like, oh, well, John, I trade a lot of different things. I trade, support lines, generic, blah, blah, right? I trade the divergences, wrong. Don't trade. I trade head and shoulders, wrong. I trade double tops, wrong, right? It's like, firstly, don't trade reversal patterns, okay? If you want to have a big profit in the markets, big profits come from big trends. Go with the trend to capitalize on a big profit, okay? So that's what I want to say with you guys for there. And again, I'm going to repeat myself here. If you are struggling with trading, I promise you the reason why is because you have no concrete plan of what you're actually looking for. If you don't know exactly what you're looking for, again, I teach you for free my actual trading system in the link in the description there, or you can get access to, I think I've got 4 different types of trading systems you can focus on in the Master Trader Lab. But the most important thing is when I go to the markets is that I don't definitely know what's going to happen. No one definitely knows what's going to happen. So for you to actually have some sort of edge of you having a successful week, successful month, successful year, successful trading career is guess what? Is you actually having a trading setup. You're like, okay, cool. I'm going to go and I'm going to scan these rules because when I have that, success starts to happen. But on the back of all of that, what I just said there, now looking at oil here, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? This is the one market that most people are not seeing, and that, and again, I don't want you to throw your thoughts and opinions. Well, if Trump does this and that. Shut up. Stop. Right? What's the market telling you, right? What is the market telling you? And then go with that. You're going to have such a much better trading career. Anyway, so what's the market telling you? And that's exactly what I want to share with you. So the big thing that I'm showing you here, that's what's going on through here, is that one, we can actually see here, and I really want you to look at this from a foundational perspective, okay? John, why is that going to happen? What's the fundamental reason? Stop. The market actually gives us some warning signs of what could potentially come in. And the one market that could be getting ready for a really big drop here is oil. And if I bring up the weekly charts, and the reason why I say this, guys, is look at this here. Whenever we do go through these what's called quiet periods, this is the weekly chart here, right? Look at the weekly chart and what ends up happening, okay? Check this out, all right? Look at this here. And I really want you to understand this here, okay? Whenever we do go through these quiet periods, now this is a weekly chart, remember, guys? So that could be, what's that? That looks like it's almost like 6 months or more, and then big drop. Quiet period, and we go for a big move. Quiet period or sideways, and we go for a big move. Sideways, and we go for a big move. Look what's been happening here. So guess what? The market as a whole is, guess what? Ooh, right? So, and also we're having a lot of support through here. Okay, so that's the big picture. We do know that whenever we go through and the foundations, and you notice this time and time again, guess what? When we go through this here, when we do start to break out of that, not much going on, which it hasn't been, right? It's been pretty strong range bound in between 70 and 90 on the oil market. Guess what? Now we can go to our daily charts, and I'm going to bring up an actual support line, right? A bit of a support line through there. Let me sync and lay out. So it's actually now, this is the daily chart. Remember, this line here is what? That long-term level of support. If we break this level on the downside, where's support? Down here at 30, right? And we're at, you see what I'm saying here, right? So look at that through there. So what's happening right now on oil is that if I squeeze my charts up, we can see what's going on here. So if I bring up my moving averages here, okay? Let me bring on my moving averages. So I'm going to bring on my 24. There's my 24. Ooh, 24. My 52. All right. They're the two main moving averages I really want you to focus on. I focus on when I'm looking at these markets here, okay? Now, if I look at this level here, if I'm looking at oil and I'm like, oil has bottomed. Bottomed. Really? No bottomed, right? No bottom. Why? Why no bottom, right? High, lower high, lower high. This here is what? If you think about it, you want to understand, like, what's the trend, and what is this still part of a downward trend? Down, up, lower high. This here could just be another lower high, right? Down, lower high, and now we're rallying to the upside, right? So look at what we have here. This could be another lower high. Now, to confirm, or should I say to overlay to see where is momentum with this here, that we have these lower highs in place, but what is momentum doing in this place? Momentum is doing what? Down through there and down through there, right? So we're still getting a lot of momentum here. And the reason why that's so powerful is because we're starting to build a lot of strength behind this market. Really haven't been doing much. And once it starts to break, we see what happens from there, right? So really big moves are probably likely to start to come on the good old oil market. So one market go crash, one market go boom. And what's that boom? Aha, King Russell. Again, guys, exactly what I said to you about oil is exactly what I'm about to say to you about what? About what? Russell, right? So look at this here. When Russell do this, Russell do this. Look at Russell through here. Remember I said before, when the market tends to do these sideways ranges especially for a couple of years, a good couple of years in the markets, guess what? Now we are getting ready for some really big movement, right? Really big movement in the markets. And we're just getting heated up here. Now, the hard thing about the Russell has been a lot of volatility. So for you short-term traders out there trying to find some short-term trading opportunities, especially if you're a real short-term, like looking for, you know, a day trade, like get in today, get out today, you are probably getting whipped around. The overall movement looks like it's really, really, really strong in the markets, in the Russell here. But the volatility is definitely massive, and it's probably whipping a lot of people out there, especially those traders who don't have a good emotional control over what's going on right now. You are probably getting really, really, really sort of, it's just not good there, right? You're probably getting a lot of emotions right now, especially if you are in the Russell. Which, by the way, guys, just I know I always say this, guys, but like, don't go all in on anything. Nothing. Don't go all in on nothing. I don't go all in on nothing. Like, that's silly. That's stupid. Actually, that's stupid, right? I'm going to go all in on the Russell. I saw someone recently go, I'm going to sell my gold and silver and I'm going to go all in on the Russell. Like, no, there is no all in on anything. I'm going to go all in. Like, no, don't be an idiot. Why? Because no one knows exactly what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I can have a sort of probability based on the patterns here, right? But guess what? Don't be an idiot, right? Protect yourself. Have a, okay, if this is a losing trade, you get the point. Anyway, so now by looking at the Russell here, after seeing, and what I talked about before, right? Look at this here. Really just sideways, and we also broke out and we went sideways again. Now we're going sideways again, right? But we will eventually start the breakout, and I think the Russell is getting to that point now where we're starting to rally up. We are out this. Oh, John, it's a double top. It's going to reverse. Really? No double top. No double top, right? Trend. Trend is what? Aha, look at the trend. Oh, beautiful upward trend. Trade with the trend. Trade with the trend. Okay? So there we say there. So then we have this high point up here, okay? We have this high point up here, like that through there. And we have this high point up here. We're probably likely to get a little rejection, which we are right now. But look what's happening. This was the last high. This is the last high. If we do get a bit of a drop down through here, we're probably going to do that and then break up. And especially once we do start to break out through there, guys, coming off the back of what we just saw there, one market go crash, the other market go boom, right? Let's go look at the quick little update across the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq, look what we're seeing from the Nasdaq point of view, right? It's very, 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 very strong. And I know there's so many people, guys, like, so many people are saying, oh, John, but there's a head and shoulder formation here. There's a head and shoulder formation, but it's not a completed head and shoulder formation, right? You need this shoulder here needs to be clearly breaking below this level here for it to be some sort of significant breaking, right? We need a breaking of the low, which is what? A lower high breaking past that low, right? But we didn't get that, did it? So if people are like, oh, John, it's a head and shoulder formation, it's going to crash, and you traded that, well, guess what? You're getting your head handed to you right now. Why? Because you're trading against the trend. You're trading a pattern. You're trading a reversal pattern. Don't trade reversal patterns. No reversal patterns. What is the trend? And go with that. If we are making higher lows, oh, but John, you don't understand, right? John, you don't understand. It's a double top formation right now. It's going to go down. John, you don't understand. There's a head and shoulder formation. It's going to go down. John, you don't understand. There's actually a divergence set up right now. It's going to go down. And then it goes up. Right? No reversal patterns. Trade. Go continuation patterns with market, with market, with market, with the market. Right? Right? Same for like, and I hope you can see here, guys. The reason why I'm saying that is because still some of you guys are like, you guys are trying to be smart. Or I'm going to pick the bottom. I'm going to pick the top. It's like don't. You are going to get run over, right? What, you're going to try to go short here, short here, short here, short here? Why? Why go short there? Big profit there, big move there, big move there, big move there, big move there. You're trying to capitalize on what? Let's capitalize on a little profit here, and a little profit here, and a little profit here, and a little profit here. Meanwhile, the big picture is what? If you had longs here, not only we have a good probability of having a successful trade, but there's also a probability where you can have capitalize on some really big moves, maybe even right now, right? So big moves coming from there. So let's go look at the good old gold market as well too. And gold is on the move. And if you look at some of my short-term moving averages, let's go 24. Even my short-term 9 moving average, right? Remember I said before, guys, about when the market does nothing. Guess what? Look at this here. Look at it. Look at the beauty. All right. Sideways, and then we went sideways again, and now we're breaking out. And then we went sideways again, didn't we? Sideways, 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 and now we're starting to move. Right? So I do see that we're probably likely to see gold continue up from here when it comes to this level here. And the really big thing about gold is that I do have an overall target of 3,000. Now, how that gets there, guys, I don't know. It could go down tomorrow, right? So only trade based off what you, when it comes to what you're comfortable with, right? So, but gold for me right now, guys, is having a really, really, really nice move. And I do expect to see, if we actually bring up, let's bring up the volume. And let's bring up GLD, because the GLD will be able to give us a bit of a... okay, so that's the GLD here. 1, 2 through there. Okay, cool. So, okay, so we can see that through there. So that's the gold price through there, guys. Again, like on the context of what? And this is where, like, guys, foundational techniques apply to any market. And what is that? What is that? Especially what? Especially when the market does nothing for a few. Now we're looking at the weekly chart, right? What's the theme? The theme is what? When we end up doing nothing for a few years and we start to break, we start to have a really big move. Russell, King Russell, right? But look what happened here. We ran up, then we went sideways for a while. Now we're going for another nice move, right? So one of the most powerful things you can look out for is when we go through these sideways period. We're getting ready for what? We're probably getting ready for another good move coming to the upside. Unfortunately, it's this period through here, this period through here, these little sideways periods, which last sometimes about 6 months. This one here lasted 2 years. This is where a lot of traders become impatient, get chewed up, trying to predict the market instead of just trying to trade a setup, and you get your head handed to you, right? That's exactly what we see through there. Now, one of the big things I am noticing right now is the good old silver market, right? The silver market, and what is, and traders, I know this sounds really simple, but once you know the most important, powerful things to look out for, it starts to make things a bit more simpler across these markets. What is that? Oh, John. The common theme of this video is what? When the market does nothing for a while, we end up doing something for a while. Nothing for a while, something for a while, right? And this is what's happening with silver, and we're starting to break out. We just had all of this here. And now we're starting to break out through here. We're probably going to start to do that overall. Again, this is a weekly chart. So, you know, not tomorrow and so on and so forth. Overall, okay? But we can see that through there. The big common theme is that, right? And we tend to get that. Just look at what the actual... Look at the Dow, right? This is where the Dow was. Look at the Dow did nothing for a good few years. But then when we started to really break out through here, guess what? Look what's been happening through here. Now, yes, we have been going through a trend, right? We'll be making a strong trend in place, which is after this period of time. Right? So for you guys that are looking for buy and hold stuff for 6 or 12 months, sideways move from there as well too, right? And that's where the silver, guess what? So there's so many opportunities when it comes to just simple analysis when it comes there. And I think silver's getting ready to have a I think silver get ready to go bonko, right? Let's go look at copper. I think some people will be really focusing on, John, can you tell us what's happening with copper? Well, the weekly chart is what? Oh, John, look at this here. Look at this here. Oh, John, sideways for a while, then we have the big move down, right? Look at this here. After a period of sideways, we have a big move. After a period of sideways, we have a big move, right? Traders, you get what I'm trying to say here, guys. Like, it is the most powerful trading pattern out there. All right, this is where, like, with my actual trading system, my level 2 type of trade is I wait for this and then I look for an early entry right here as it's breaking out. Look for early entry just as it's breaking out. Look for early entry just as it's breaking out. But let's bring this up to here. What is happening overall from here right now? We're doing what? We're doing highs, significant high lows, significant high lows. So we're actually starting to squeeze up through this level here. So depending on what actually happens, that's the weekly chart there. Let's go down to the daily charts now. Oh, there's the daily charts on there. Let's see if the moving averages are telling anything. So that's the 24 and this is the 52. Yeah, we're not getting any strong movement, not just yet. Are we? No, not yet. So we're still on this bit of a short-term downward trend on this daily charts, but we would need to start to see this thing start to really, for me personally, I'd like to start to see this thing start to gain a lot of buying momentum here. We are getting a little bit of a short-term lot of up move through here, right? So we're getting this little sort of short-term up move, but it's not a strong up move, right? We want to see the buyers really start to come in through here. And once again, traders, look at this here, right? It's one of the things I just love. Look at this here. When we go sideways for a while, we end up having a nice move. Trading patterns. Again, sideways for a while, then we end up having a nice move, right? So this is exactly what we're seeing right now, guys, when it comes to all of these markets here and the copper through there. And this is the sort of techniques, guys, I want you to focus on. And people also saying TMF, John. Oh, John, the TMF, the 20-year, right? You know, what's going to happen with the TMF and the 20-year and what's, you know, John, should we buy this? Okay. Firstly, do not ask a YouTuber, should you buy something? That is stupid. Stupid. Right? No. Do not ask a YouTuber, should you buy something? That is the worst thing you should do. He's a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. We don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. Again, I'm going to say this. Don't ask a YouTuber what to do. Wrong. The biggest mistake I'm seeing. John, should I buy TMF then? It's like, if you have to ask someone what to do, you are on the wrong foot. Why? Because if you actually want to be part of the top people who actually do really well, what are their foundations? Their foundations are, they have their patterns or their setups. For me, I really have one type of setup that I look for. And then I go to the market to trade that and have confidence in that. I don't need anyone to tell me whether it's a good trade or not, because I know what a good trade looks like. I've done the work. I've done the foundations. I've put the work in, right? I've done the repetitions. I've done the thousands of hours. I've taken the hundreds and hundreds of screenshots to build the repetitions, the confidence on one type of setup that I know that works really well, right? So don't, guys, don't. If you actually want to do well out of this thing called trading, right? Bit of a pep talk for you guys. If you actually, like, let's get real here for a minute, right? You're trading, you're part of a trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of a financial markets from here, right? And you're looking for the easy road, the robot and so on and so forth. Easy, 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 easy. Stop it. Stop it. 5 years from now, your life is going to be much, much, much worse because all you're looking for is the easy, easy, easy. What is the hard thing? With my coaching program, it's like, let's actually put you through the paces. Let's actually put you through the work. Let's teach you what to look for. Let's send you on your work. Let's actually get your screenshots done, which is just the repetition. Let's spend a bit of time, a good 3, 6 months, 12 months, developing that strong foundation so you get a good understanding, right? This is not a get rich. If you actually want to do well out of trading, guys, you must be honest with yourself and say, okay, you know what, I am. I'm always looking for this easy road out. I'm looking for this easy indicator. Easy, 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 easy. No, there is no easy way with these markets. And I'm saying that because some of you guys are just, you know, I'm just looking for the easy thing, John, because I'm lazy. Well, guess what? Your lazy ass is always going to be broke and never, ever, ever going to get ahead. Because there is no easy way to anything, right? Life is going to smack you. Life is going to be tough. Life is going to be hard, right? And then when you're trading the financial markets, especially when you can see the graphs go up and down on a short-term level basis, it is much, 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 much harder. And by the way, a little bit of a tippy for you guys. A little bit of a tippy for you guys. For you guys that are trading the short-term charts, 1 minute charts, tick charts, right, which is a transaction chart, 2 minute charts, 5 minute charts. You're trading those types of things and looking for very short-term moves. I'm telling you right now, you are trading the most difficult way out there possible. I'm telling you right now, I used to trade that way and it is hard. Why? Because one, you spend hours and hours and hours looking at those time frames. 2, you're looking for different trading setups. 3, you tend to get a lot of fake outs. 4, because you're spending a lot of time through there, it is mentally draining to go through that process. It is mentally draining. And if you're spending 2, 3, 4, 5 hours at a time, guess what? You get tired, you get exhausted. And if you haven't had a trade and you've had no trade from there, guess what ends up happening? You go down this rabbit hole of making mistakes, blowing up your trading account, Oh my goodness, John, I've sat in front of the screen for 10 hours the last couple of days and no trades. I'm wasting my time. I haven't had a trade and right? You go down this rabbit hole and then guess what you do? You get impatient. You take any type of bullshit out there. You're like, oh, let me just try this anyway, right? And you go down this, let me just try this. Come on, no trying. Foundational work, right? Foundational work. Now the foundational work is what? With me, I teach you what to look for, and then I get you to be able to start to become good at identifying that setup, and then go back over time and take screenshot after screenshot after screenshot of when that appeared, whether it wasn't just an hourly chart or a daily chart and so on and so forth, and then develop the confidence of not only how to identify it, but this system does work when it appears in the markets. Right, that's the foundational work, and that tends to take a good couple of months to go through that, right? And then guess what? On the back of all that, then you can start to succeed from there, right? But on the back of all of this, what I'm saying from here, right? On the back of all of this, what I'm saying from here, the most important thing for you guys, right? The most important thing from you guys is just to really approach this market in a way where you are just, you know exactly what you look for, right? You know exactly what you are looking for from there. And don't look for the easy road out. There is no easy way. Right? And again, I'm telling you right now, traders, the way that I used to trade 1 minute charts, 2 minute charts, 5 minute charts, and you can trade there, but you really have to know how to trade those properly to get really good, powerful entry signals. Not just, it's important if you're trading those, you need to be able to trade multiple time frames, right? Meaning have multiple time frames. If you're looking at a 5 minute chart, you really need to have like a 15 and a 60 minute chart to see the overall trend there, right? So, but for me personally, that's the reason why for me personally, I trade 1 hour per day. That's all I do. I'm having an incredible year this year myself. And the thing is that I trade 1 hour per day and I actually make a lot more progress. I make a lot more money. I make a lot more % growth on my account throughout the entire year. Because one, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Two, I know, because I'm only trading 1 hour per day. Now, when I say trade 1 hour per day, guys, I trade the daily charts, right? So when I say trade 1 hour per day, I'm looking to get into trades today that can last a couple of weeks, sometimes a couple of months or more from there. So anyway, traders, that's a little update for me. Here's a little bit of a pep talk for you guys across the board from there. Have an amazing week, guys.